Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And this is going to be the last class. Wow. Come a long way. CPE C2 last class. A big history. Cheryl, Ria, Tarun. So many years. So many years. Wow. That's a long road. Long road. Yeah, very happy to see you, all of you here. Like tomorrow, you are going to be here. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, so entire city, only few kids are riding C2, and it's a big thing. And we are going to take this class very light. At the same time, some important points I'm going to share. Of course, I'm going to do one speaking. That is going to involve Siddharth for sure, because last time we missed it. And in fact, we missed it. We are going to have, we are going to do like, for sure, we are going to do, prior to that's going to be last 30 minutes. And Sunday, I'm sure you guys are going to do well, but tomorrow is very crucial. So we are going to spend some time for tomorrow. I will also share the handbook that I'm going to really show you here. This will go very quickly. I'll touch upon this. And Puvadani, yes, Nitin, it's like a long road. Like before prior to you came here, and we were talking about it. Look at this kind of brand new one, 2023. You are right there, right? That's what you're going to do. Yes, we really look forward to. Look at this. Very quickly, what you are really going to achieve. 200 to 230. The window is huge. Like it's a pretty decent window. 30 points, Cambridge scale. 200. If you get a 200, you're going to get a C2 certification, and 230, right? 200 to 230. 199, you are going to get a C1. And you are going to be on the right side of 200, not on the wrong side of 200, right? Right side. This is what it is, C2 proficiency. And again, it's really the level where very few students have it. For example, you want to go to Harvard or Stanford, or Cambridge or Oxford. Specifically, there will be some criteria for some other courses related to the literature. They want to have C2 in all the skills. Look at this. This is the Cambridge scale. I'm going to really go forward and relate this. This is going to be your certification.
Excuse me, sir.
Go ahead.
So how much is a C2 score? Like how much is the minimum score?
Just now I told, and now I'm going to get this one. Ria, I told just now. Can you get me that? What did I say?
Sir, 200.
200 is minimum. Maximum?
230.
230. You'll have a grade A, B, and C. And this is what it is, 200. 180 CAE. A lot of you got like 180 and you are attending this exam. 200, 180, 160 FC. Look at that. 140 PET, 120 KET. Look at that one. And 100 is movers. 80 pre-A1. 80 is starters. Starters, movers, flyers, KET, PET. FCE, CAE, CPE. You can see that, but it's a huge range, 30. And here you go. Reading, use of 5 sections. Reading, use of English, writing, listening, speaking. You could see it. I remember so many of you got the same 5 line items. Some universities will ask for 200 in each skill. You have to be careful. Speaking 197. You see that's too low here. Indians, we really do well. Today, I'm going to pull a couple of you guys into speaking, Siddharthan and also Puvadani. And here, but we will do it very quickly. And I don't want to take a lot of time. I'll just give you this. This is a lifelong validity. Grade C means when you hit 200, grade C. When you hit 212 or 13, it is going to be grade B. When you hit 221, One of our students got it. That's a grade A. And
So
let's
who
see.
got 221?
The girl is from RS Puram, Rachadia. Ria Rachadia. And she's from RS Puram, and that seemed to be the highest score here. That came from Smriti Academy. I was very happy for her, and she made us proud. 217. Can you guess who would have got it? That's the second best score from Smriti. You must have guessed it now.
So Sravanti ma'am.
Yes. Because surprisingly, I think she lost it in the writing. Surprisingly, otherwise she would have got past like 221 just like that. And it was a very low score. We were all surprised. So in her classes, she takes care of writing a lot because she kind of suffered. But nevertheless, 217 is a big score. It's not it's not an easy score. And this is here. You look at this. We are going to do this quickly just to Siddharthan. Reading and use of English 1 hour 30 minutes. Use of English you can plan for 30 minutes. And reading 1 hour. You just pre-plan before you go there because so that just to focus on the moment. Don't worry about like the previous question whether you get it wrong or something. Keep moving. Look at this number of task parts is only 7. CA it is 8. It's only 7 here. The cross-text matching is not here. The number of items 52. Writing 1 hour 30 minutes. I want you to use it completely. You have given enough input. You make sure you attempt where your strengths are. You just use your strengths. Play with your strengths, right? And number of the one is essay. Another one could be anything other than the essay. Listening 40 minutes approximately. This could vary 40 to 45 minutes depending on the center. Number of task parts, it's 4. And the number of items is 30. Speaking, 16 minutes. We are going to run through today. One more, like one last time speaking so that it's fresh in your memory. You see that a lot of the Indians take 210 out of 230 out of 230. Just to follow the instructions. You'll have a huge buffer. 16 minutes, can you believe? You are going to grab 230 marks, right? But compared to this, 90 minutes reading and using, reading and use of English, right? 90 minutes. But you are going to get it there, 460 total. But writing, think about this. 1 hour 30 minutes for 230 marks. Listening, 40 minutes. Compared to that, this is so easy. It is in your hand. It's going to happen on Sunday. And we will quickly do it. We'll spend 15-20 minutes. We'll spend some time on this. I'll go for it. I remember like 2 rivals on speaking. So she's going to like it. And we'll have pair, minimum 1 pair. Maximum we'll involve everyone in the interaction. Part 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Look at this. I want to show you few things. I want to show you a few things here. Very, very quickly, only relevant areas. Look at that. 1 hour 30 minutes. Reading and use of English. Finally, this matters a lot. This matters a lot. So multiple choice close, open close, word formation, keyword transformation. This one, 30 minutes you take it. You plan accordingly. Not more than 30 minutes because this is going to be huge. Look, 5, 6, 7. The gap text, you want to leave it to some people leave it to the last. Gap text. Multiple matching, multiple choice. Generally, they find it easier. They find gap. If you spend a lot of time, you will lose time here. You might not be able to do this justice to this. The 10 is also huge here. First, knock off this 10, come back to 14. Knock off this 10. 12 and 10, 24 easily. Then come back to that. A lot of people use that strategy. But I want you to do it like as per your plan because I have shared you several papers. This should be 30 minutes for sure, not more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, not more than 30 minutes. You need 1 hour for 5, 6, 7. Especially gap text is huge in CPE. Gap text, and which will also have 14 credits. So you want to say that 53 questions, but 72 credits because of that gap text and also reading. The entire reading is, look at the keyword transformation, 6 into 2, 12. So you want to take care of that. At least 10 minutes for 6 keyword transformation, that remaining 20 minutes for this. Open, close, don't think so much on the open, close. You spend time, you get it right, you get it right. Otherwise, keep moving, because it's only 1 credit, open, close. Now, that's for use of English. The chunk of it goes there. Now, I'll move on. I'm going to share this document tonight. If you want to, you can quickly have a look into it, because I want to have a shorter session today, so that you can just take it easy, have a good night's sleep. Part 1, we know it, right? Multiple close. Part 1, multiple close. Look at this. This I wanted to show you because some of you might be new here. Look on separate answer sheet. Mark your answers on separate. Here you are not going to do. They are going to give you an answer sheet, which I am going to show you in a minute. I'm going to show you. Always careful about the bold ones. Even though you know about this exercise, quickly read it. Okay, you are going to move it, and always they are going to give an example. You ignore the example. You read it as part of the text context, but you are not going to enter the example, the 0 ones. So you're going to start with 1, 2, 3. It's a running number. It's a running number. Look at that. Now, capital letters, part 2, open, close, has to be capital letters. I know a lot of you know it, but the first time I'm just thinking about Naman. In capital letters, you have to produce it in capital letters. Even it's a 1-letter word, 2-letter word, 3-letter word, but it has to be in capital letters, open, close. Look at the way they have done the but. Please follow the instruction, because they will reduce the credits if you are going with the small, not non-capital letters. Careful with this. Now, part 3, again in capital letters. Quick, very, very quickly I'll run through, but important key points here. It has to be capital letters. It has to be in the answer sheet. You have to fill the answer sheet. You can't do this here, but they're going to grab your question sheets and the answer sheets, both. But nothing matters. Whatever you do in the question paper, nothing matters. They will say not to do any marking here. They might say in some other centers, but answer sheet, whatever you do, it matters. Capital letters, part 2 and part 3. All right. Now I want to say this to someone. Some people make a mistake here. Look at the seasonal. It goes on to that line. Scarce, scarcity, whatever the answer is, gene. Only that 18, that line. Sometimes you might have 2 dashes, and they are going to give you 2 core words. We have done once, Lemon, you remember, we have done once. The first one,
Yes, sir.
first dash of the line. So you want to be careful. You want to be careful. I want to say one more point here. Just I want to get your attention. Part 3, sometimes one could be very tricky. It could be a negative word. Isn't it? Sometimes highly negative word. You want to really put a prefix. You want to add a suffix. You want to change it to adjective to noun, abstract noun. Then you want to really make it a negative word, but single word. Always remember multiple close, open, close, and also this word formation. All of them are single word. Ria, do you get this point? It cannot be more than 1 word, right? So always remember, you cannot have contraction. It means you cannot have apostrophe in any of the answers, because that becomes 2 words. So hope you understand this, because this is a basic one. Even though you know it, I want to say this again. Part 3, the word has to be changed. Isn't it, Sharir? The word has to be changed in part 3. But
Yes,
part 4, the word should never get changed. Again, look at this bold one. Do not change the word given. Do not change the word given. That's all. And it has to be between 3 and 8 words. I want to emphasize this again and again. Minimum 3 words. That should include the keyword. That's you're using the keyword, you are transforming. And it has to be 8 words maximum. It has to be 8 words. That includes the keyword. So you cannot have 9 words, or you cannot have 2 words. So that's an instruction. You have to be careful with that. Again, the 0, Don't care about the zero, and keep moving with this. And I'm going to show you, like after reading that answer sheet, which you have to be careful. And I want to say, Nitin, getting the other side of the 200 for sure, right side of the 200. Very important to transfer the results into the answer sheet. It's worth really taking time. And I am going to send this handbook to you again. The big one, part 5. Reading.
Sir, I just have one doubt, sir.
Go for it. Go for it.
So while we're doing the listening part, we'll have a separate question paper and an answer paper to, mark the answers, right?
Correct.
So,
Even everything, Sharil, not only listening.
Yes, sir. So
You
while
wanna-
listening to the audio, we'll first mark the answers in a question paper itself, and in the end, will we have time to,
Of course.
transfer the answers?
Of course. That is correct.
Yes, sir.
Because you can't concentrate on the answer sheet and also listening, because answer sheet, if you concentrate both at the same time, we might mess up entering. So they will give you 4 minutes, 5 minutes. If you remember the CIE exam, they would have alerted you. This is the end
So
of
we
the
did digital one, sir. That's why.
yeah. In fact, I'll tell you, if I were you, I would only prefer paper-based exam. You have the flexibility, you can go back and forth. This server can crash at any time. The CAE CPE. All of India, like most of the Cambridge centers, were against that. So they kind of this from 2024 onwards, most of the CAE and CPE exams are paper-based. They have become paper-based. Anyway, here it's a 2-credit one. ABCD. Look at 4 choices. It's not 3 choices. 4 choices. So you have to be a little bit careful with the reading. Part 5. Part 6, the big one. 2 credits. Again, 7 gaps. And part 7. This kind of the easiest among the 3, 5, 6, 7. Some would like to knock it off early. Then come back and spend this time. Because after the reading, there will be a gap. You are supposed to complete it. Take as much time as possible. Here, sometimes what happens is if you make one mistake, that gets permeated into another also, even though you have one additional one. So a little bit tricky, but you want to get to the other side of 200, you have to do well. Allot this proper time. Don't think about this. Knock this off first, then have a peace of mind. Go with part 6. That's what if I were you, I would do that. All right. This is how it is going to what she was looking at. Cheryl was talking about. She was talking about this kind of a note, so you can take it. You can ask for rough papers. You can also do it. This is kind of the thing. Look at the slash. You know the slash, right? And look at the piping here. Part 4. Keyword transformation, which means the scores could be varying. Look at the typical 28 was not open to further. Cheryl, can you explain me 28? Why are they doing this piping? What is it? You know what it is?
Because both of them are the right answers.
Yeah, for example, you get the first one right, you might not get the second one right. So what they will do, out of 2 credits, they'll go with 1 credit. Piping. Look at the piping. Piping is 2 credits. Everything in piping will be there. Look at the piping here. Nitin, do you get what I'm saying? You get
Yes,
the
sir.
make their way, Nitin. You got it right. You get 1 credit for sure. But
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, go for it.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. The where instructor like slash told. Nitin, can you explain me why are they doing the slash?
So slash is for to show that different answers are there. Like you can attempt in different way. Cut is there to instruct us the mark scheme. Like this will be given 1 mark, 1 point, and this will be given 1 point.
Superb. That understanding is it means there could be a possibility there are multiple answers possible. Where instructed to make their way, where told to make their way. Both of them are same. See, look at the slash almost everywhere except for one place. It means multiple answers are possible and multiple credits are possible. So depending on your acumen, your wisdom, on like your practice, your skills, definitely. So there are so many possibilities. You can relax. And just get into the zone and do it. You are going to do it. So see the mentality, the type of attitude you have in approaching this. If you have this kind of a knowledge, you are going to do well. Look at the incapable. Look at that. Incapable. The part two, incapable. Enough, incapable. Look at the extent and degree. Wow. There are two answers possible in the open close, ahead and forward. Isn't it? Look at the slash, open close, two answers possible. But if you look at never the words are not getting repeated, isn't it, Tarun? Are you able to see? The words are not getting repeated. But
Yes, sir.
on a given open close, on a given, there might be a possibility you can have more than one answer. So this will give you like the background knowledge. Look at the scarcity, scarceness. Wow. The abstract noun, you might have to. You might have to. So I just wanted to quickly show you this. 5, 6, and 7, ABCD, 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 that's all. So it's much easier than CA in my opinion, because you cross-text matching will be there in CA. That's very challenging. A lot of you, because the letters could be repeated there, but here it's straight shoot out here, 5, 6, 7. Now comes the deal. That's what I wanted to show you. That in the board, they will have all those examination details and everything. The facilitator will help you with all that. He's going to help you with all that. This, you have to be very careful. You have to have the candidate name properly, center name and number, and let us not mess up with it, center number and all. Transfer it from the board, okay? The white board or the black board. Transfer it. You have to be careful with this, careful. And you have to use the pencil B or HB. This is the typical answer sheet for each skill. Go with the capital letters, go with the capital, whatever they say there, and go with B or HB. You can't go with the pen here, but you can use pen. The same way you can use pen for writing, not here. So you want to have a bunch of pens, bunch of pencils with you, bunch. Everything sharpened, make it sharpened. Don't go there and sharpen it. No, 4 or 5 pencils, sharpen it and take them with you. Look at the capital letters they talk about. Look at the mark one letter of for it. Look at the way they say here also. And there is official work. Do not write below this line. You shouldn't be writing. You should. For first timer, I am telling this, Naman. You want to take care of this transferring. When
Excuse
you
me,
transfer,
sir.
yeah, go for it.
The part 4, can we use pencil or pen? Like, which is preferred?
Pencil. I would go with pencil.
Okay, sir.
Pencil, because they say this, but make sure the B or HV which one will have better contrast, use it.
Okay, sir.
All right. Very nice question. Here is what it is. This is a typical one. I don't want to still take a lot of time. Tomorrow you are having the exam. Very quickly I want to go through, but very important points I want to touch upon. Take care. When you show the sincerity and seriousness, automatically the score will come. That seriousness and sincerity. 2 words always remember: sincerity and seriousness. What is the one word equivalent for these two? Tarun, do you remember? Seriousness plus sincerity. If you want to say that in one word, what is that?
Sir, sincere.
That's a sincerity. Sincerity.
Oh, okay. Sir, I didn't hear. Sir, dedication.
No, dedication, devotion is a different. I'll tell you. That one you want to show that. Okay, that's a beautiful word in English. Both. And here you go. Again, writing task. I want to give this 240 to 280 words. Look at that. 240 to 280. That's one. So don't go below 240. Don't want to just settle for 220, 230. No, they are going to count it. Writing a special exam, the character is going to count it. If it is going to be less than 240, you are going to get reduced mark. But go with the 290. I would say go with the 290. Settle for 280. Just 10 words, plus or minus. You want to settle with the 270? Okay, not bad. Not definitely bad. But don't go with 230. You see what
can we like go up to 300?
Yeah, kind of that. Yeah, but don't go so much like, they will get irritated. They will end up spending more time. But 300, that's a very good question. What she has, very relevant question. Yeah, you want to go with 300, go with it. Go with it, but not 310, not 310. You'll be stretching them. They won't like it. But pinpoint.
So we have like around 20 words to kind of concluded.
Maneuver, yeah,
As I told
maneuver,
you.
yeah. You can do it. That's but don't go below 240, and that's very important.
Yeah.
Now, because why I'm saying CAE is a straight shoot of 260 or 320 words. Here, look at the 280, 320. It's different here, part two. Here, settle for 320 or 330 or 340 maximum, and 280 minimum. I would say 300 pinpoint accuracy. So take care of that. But number of marks same, but you have to follow the instruction. Number of marks same. So that is what it is. I just wanted to show writing. Let's not spend much time. Only the answer sheet I want to do. But look at this. Always remember to read the instruction. Let's go here.
Sir,
Go for it. Go for it.
when will we get our results?
Can you repeat?
When will we get our results?
4 weeks. Result, but certificate will come later.
Yes, sir.
So you put 1 week. It's a paper-based exam going back and forth 1 week. 5 weeks, exactly 5 weeks. You'll get it. The hall ticket, the keyword, the password, everything will be there. You can just log on. You can get it.
Yes, sir.
Quickly, here. Let's talk about the results later. Let's complete this because I don't want to waste your time here. This is the time you want. Yeah. Look at this. Part one. You have it. Part 2, you have it. This is how it is. Part 2, write an answer to one of the questions. Bold 1, 2 through 4. So you'll not have the book reference and all. Only 3 out of 3. You have to choose one. There you have to transfer the question number. You have to be careful that we will see right now. 280 to 320 words. Look at that. The marking on the separate answers. You look at the bold. You just follow the instruction. You'll be on the right side of 200. You guys have the talent. You guys have the training. Everything is there. Just you have to have the attitude to just obey the instruction and transfer the things. That's why I'm very keen on this. I have seen a lot of CAE, CPE batches. You should not slip at the final hurdle. You just follow. Be sincere and serious about it. All right. Now, it could be a review or report on an article. One of those you have to choose it. Let's go with the answer sheet. If it is available, it should be available here. And they have see very nice example and all. Now, there will be answer. Yeah, let me check whether they have it. There is an answer. Okay, at the end of it, we can check. Listening task. Let's do this here. 4, only 430 out of 30. And everything is single credit. Everything is single credit. Everything is so. So the moment you don't worry about that, twice they play it. In case if they want, they say that, do you want me to play it again? What will you do, Pudini? What is your answer?
Sir, obviously just twice they're going to play it.
Yeah, twice they are going to play. Third time, if they say that, a very golden-hearted person.
Sir, sir, I mean, if they're going to give it, why not take it?
Why? That's it. That is the thing. That is the attitude. Good job. Good job. Yes, you want to go with it. You want to go with it. That's what.
They
You don't
might
want
get
to say, no,
fired.
I want to. No, yeah, yes, Nitin. Yeah, you want to really grab it. You want to grab it. That's so important. That's so important. Okay? Because why? There might be a chance, 1 or 2 words you might have missed. Third time, you might have got that word, big word. Oh my God, that is not matching. You go back and correct. Huge
Sir, I have another doubt.
Go for it.
Sir, in listening, sir, we have the sentence completion. So in
Yes.
one blank, if we have more than like one answer, like I was doing this listening test the other day, and
Sure.
then they were for one blank there were 2 right answers. So should we write both of them or
No, super question. If you think like both of them are okay, just go with one. Don't go with both. Very nice question, because if you go with both, they are not going to give you full credit because they think that you are not very sure about the answer. Look at the way, like 31, question number 31A. You think that both A and B are same. You put A comma B. Likewise, they think you are not certain about that. So let's not do it. Go with the Out of the two, which one you feel better, you go with it. Only
Yes,
one,
sir.
only one, only one, only one. Go with only one. Yeah, I know it's risky. Look at this. Again, listening has nothing much to say. I want to see. Generally, they give this. Look at this. Extract 1, 2, and 3. All of them are independent, but 3 choices. Only 3. All of them are independent. So, some people, they do it well. And this initial listening, you just have to you have to have the right frame of mind to approach this. This is so important that this will seal your fate on the total score on listening. And you feel like it's hard, don't worry, keep moving, that's all. The life moves on, isn't it? There. This is what she raised another question here. Very, very nice question. One word, 2 word, 3 word possibility. Generally, you have scored well in the historically. This particular batch has done well. I'm really proud of that. Very, very nicely you have done. A lot of 25 scores I got in this. Look at this, part 3. 4 choices, it's not 3. And it's one particular topic it's going to go. So there is a huge difference between part 1 and part 3. And they are going to keep going with this. This is one particular interview. So it's not independent ones. And of course, I have seen again part 4. You guys are doing it very nicely. Make use of it. They might say, part 4 alone, can I run it again? If some gold-hearted person can ask, yes, say yes, go for it. Yeah, I really want you to do this way. Look at that. This is a typical paper. This is a typical.
The only problem with listening is that if we had a bad speaker, then we would
You are
be
going to
doomed.
be okay. This time I remember Tamil College, it was a bad speaker. Right now, we checked it this morning. We have a couple of them. We checked it, and the Cambridge people came this afternoon. They completely checked it. You are going to have a nice speaker. You are going to have nice one. I'm sure because they have a couple of options. We gave them a couple of options, and there's going to be a flying squad. All that inspection tomorrow is going to be fun. We just stick on to the rules. You are going to be all right. Now, look at the listening. This is the results you have, and you want to transfer it. This is what I wanted to say here. Quick. Again, same thing you have to repeat. And they see parts 1, 3, and 4. Mark 1 letter for each question. Look at that. 1 letter. Part 2, write in capital letters, capital letters, capital letters. Always keep in mind. Even tomorrow, you want to quickly, 10 seconds, you want to read the instruction box. Even though you know what it is going to happen, but still do it. That's, look at that. Remember to write in capital letters number. Wow. They are giving you a lot of signposts, right? Well, if you miss one, you can catch on to the other one. So it shouldn't be a problem, but read everything. Don't think that we have done this handbook also we have revised. Don't think that answer sheet is the answer sheet. The exam day is the exam day. The exam paper is exam paper. Nothing can be equivalent to that. The big one is coming. I want to leave you as possible, but still I want to do justice to Siddharthan, because we sorely missed him in this. I'm going to involve almost everyone, not only Siddharth. Siddharth is going to be the main pin. And I know he's all right here. Look at this very closely. 16 minutes. You are going to see 230 points. That is also going to happen on a big Sunday, 2 days from now. By 48 hours, everything will be over. Right? Done. 2 minutes. That's a part 1. Very easy. Part 1, very easy. There are so many questions we can ask. We can keep doing that. They keep asking a simple question in a very different way. Okay. But you have to talk about your personal things. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. That is 1 minute. 1 minute for your partner. 1 minute for you. Okay. The next.
So in part 1, sir, if they ask us some like very generic question like where are you from, what do they expect us to answer?
I don't think where are you from and all will come there. You can see some of those questions here. Some are, even today you're going to see. Don't worry, Sharir. You're going to crack this 230 out of 230. You're going to do this, okay?
So because they asked the exact same question in CAE.
No, they are not going to ask the same question to you. Simply they'll say to you, but don't think about those. Part one, just warm up. Just warm up, okay? It's not going
Excuse
to it's not going to carry a lot of weight. But by the time they go to the third or fourth part, they would have forgotten about part one. They would have, but part 3 and 4, big ones, because you are going to be on a single run, long individual run. Then also you're going to have work with your partner. 3 and 4 are huge. Of course, part 2 is also huge. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
we'll do that very, very quickly. I'll go with that.
Sir,
The
they'll,
conversation between interlocutor and each candidate. Part 1 is straightforward.
sir,
Go for it.
they'll assign the partner on the day of the exam, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Some people think that they'll have the partner like in the hall ticket. If one person is absent, what are they going to do? They're going to suffer everything, right?
So it will be it will
If
be
someone is
like
going
from
to
our
get
batch,
from
right?
another center, go for it, Nitin.
Sir, no, Naman speaking. It will be from our batch, right?
Yeah. No, you're going to have like another 4 persons from this. Another thing is, if someone is coming from Chennai to take a
other
CPE
people,
exam
sir.
tomorrow, if someone is coming from Chennai to take a CPE exam tomorrow, we don't know.
We might have with them.
Yeah, because if it is going to be
Okay.
odd number, they want to make it even 2, 2, 2, 2. So if someone is absent, I don't
Yeah,
want anyone to
got
be
it.
absent, but I'm telling. So anything can happen. You don't want to fix it on your partner, but one thing you
Yeah.
want to do with your partner, that listen to the partner, support the partner, make sure that he or she gets a better grade, because you are going to get the better grade. The observer, what is the role of the observer? Just to see whether you are doing your role as a partner, then whether you are doing it nicely or not. Observer, he or she is going to observe your body language. That includes your eye contact, your posture, sitting posture, everything. He's going to observe everything. He or she is going to observe everything. All right. So they are catching a flight Sunday morning at 7:15 a.m. in Chennai. They come here like 8:30, 8:45. They'll get started. 9 o'clock you are going to have the speaking exam. All right. Now here is what it is. Part 2, 4 minutes. That's a two-way conversation. Quickly, two-way conversation, which we are going to show a picture, whatever the picture you have, it's going to white and black, very hard one to look into. Don't worry. Keep going with it. Two-way conversation we are going to have, right? And you are going to talk with your partner, not with the examiner. Part 2. Part 2 with your partner. It's a two-way conversation right away. It's different from CAE. You know that. So right away you want to do it. That is one. Then part 3, 10 minutes. That's a very big one. You have 2 parts to it. They're going to give you a prompt. You have to work on your 2 minutes long run, 2 minutes individual long run, that we are going to do with multiple persons today. Hopefully I can do 1 or 2. We can have 1 or 2 examples here, good examples. Now look at that 10 minutes. You see the 10 minutes, 2 minute long run for each. That means 2 plus 2, 4. And approximately 6 minutes following the long runs. Wow, long terms. They're going to ask you questions about part 3, very generic. You have to keep talking a lot. In this one, you see that? You see what that could be with the examiner, that could be with your partner. That's a tricky part of it. You have to switch your eye contact time and again. You have to consider both the examiner and also your partner. And never desert the partner, never go upon the partner. If you think that the partner is not having a good day, he or she is struggling, support to the hilt. Okay? Because if your partner is not doing well, it means that it's going to affect your score also. So make sure you make sure that you support him or her. Always remember, it's a 1 or a 0 or 1. Either you guys are going to get the pair is going to get 1, or the pair is going to get 0, which means the pair is going to get a good score or not so good score, and it's going to affect each other. So they always have, as much as you speak, they also see how much you listen, and you listen to the partner and also to the examiner, how you respond. So look at that. We will go here. I don't want to take a lot of time again. I keep telling you that that's not my intention. I will just do it, but I want to go with one thing. Here you go. This is a sample paper. We can go with it. Look at that, what she was asking. Typical. They do it in a roundabout way. Look at that. I'm going to go with this time. Puvadini and Siddharthan. Part one, you know that. Siddharthan,
Sir, pardon, sir.
go for it.
Sir, like I also have a doubt. Like, where do you live? Most of the time they ask, is that part of the exam? Like part
Yeah,
one,
correct.
it's a
Part of the
part of
exam.
the part one.
Part of the
No,
exam.
like
Part of the part one. For sure. The moment you enter, may I come in, sir? The moment you enter, the exam
okay.
starts right there. The exam starts right there. So you want to request, you want to be humble when you knock the door. And just before sitting, you want to really ask the question, can I sit? May I sit? Can I sit, sir? Okay, those two things are important. You have to request. You can't go inside just like that without knocking. You can't just simply sit without asking permission. You see what I'm saying? The exam starts when
Sir.
you knock the door. The speaking exam starts when you knock the door. Good question. Nitin, good question. Very good. Siddharth, what's your full name?
My full name is Siddhartha Nesan, sir.
What is your surname?
My surname is SM, I guess.
Surname. How do you spell? How do you spell your surname? How do you spell your surname?
I don't have one, sir.
Oh, surname is just last name. You say the surname is nothing but your last name or dad's name. Basically, you want to say that. Don't worry, you might have forgotten those FC days, is it? Surname is last name. Does everyone know this? Right from the YLE days, people ask that. In case if they ask tomorrow, you want to be prepared. Good shot, Siddharth. Where do you live?
I live in Ondipadu, right at Coimbatore.
A part of Coimbatore, is it? That's what they want
Yes.
to know, like Coimbatore or some other places. CPE exam, the students can come from anywhere. So you can say the suburb name and part of Coimbatore you can say. Good. Now they'll say Puvadini, they'll turn and you. So where do you live? Then the moment Siddharth is done with it, Puvadini, they will turn to Puvadini, say, and you?
So I also live in Coimbatore.
Very nice. I also see the personalizing it. Still, she's connecting with also. Good. I also live in Coimbatore. That helps a lot. Very good. Siddharth, are you working or studying at the moment?
Yes, I'm currently studying at the moment. I'm a student in my school, that is PhD.
Good. And you, Puvadini, and you?
I'm currently studying 10th grade in Sugunapit School.
Super. Siddharthan, what do you enjoy best about the place where you are living now?
The place that I'm residing now is an extremely open area. I do not have a lot of neighbors around me. With the few neighbors that I do, they're extremely friendly with me, and I'm truly grateful for they are. If it's a festival occasion, they give me a lot of gifts, and so do I.
Good, Siddharth. Puvadini, how difficult would it be for you to move away from the area you are living in now?
It would be quite difficult because like I built my whole career out of this place. I have to leave my school. I have to my parents have to leave their jobs, a lot of our friends and relatives, so it'll be quite a hard decision and like a very a life-changing one.
Okay, Puvadini. Question for Siddharth. What for you is the most interesting aspect of learning English?
Most of all, English is not my mother language. Tamil is my mother language. However, learning a secondary language, and that too, it is the most widely spoken language in the world, uh, enables me to connect with a lot of people who I might not be able to connect with my own mother language. That is one of the most important aspects of me learning English. However, there are many aspects as well, such as the rich one. I would also be able to read lots of books that are not in my mother language.
Super.
It
Good job,
helps me
Siddharth. They're very,
to
very
read
good.
more
Very
stuff.
nice. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. The most interesting aspect, that one aspect you talked about connecting the people worldwide, that point is well taken. The second part is also very nice. Might be they won't be able to spend much time with the part one. They might like to like you to stop. But the thing is, when they interrupt you with another question, don't worry. You're doing great, Siddharth. You're doing great. Doing great. The tone tells about you. Puvadini. How much time do you spend traveling every day?
I spend about like half an hour traveling. I would like constitute it for like 10 minutes in like for to and from school, and then like my classes, and then like I go for little walks to the park. So I'm not much of a traveler because I live quite near the places I have to be. So yeah, about 30 minutes, I guess.
So super, Puvadini, good job. Siddharth. Do you think it is easy for people to find a good job nowadays?
As a person from India, growing in my childhood, I know for sure that it is not easy to get jobs. That it is not that easy to get jobs because as a child, you're forced into learning lots of stuff because of the increasing population. There's always more and more competition growing each and every day, and hence it's
Super,
not that
nice,
easy
nice,
to get a
Siddharth, nice,
job
Siddharth.
nowadays.
Siddharth is actually very, very nice. He's like he's in a zone. I really appreciate him. He's in a zone. Good job, Siddharth. We're going to make it on the Sunday. Here is the last one for Puvadini. In the future, do you see yourself living in your own country or somewhere abroad?
Definitely in my own country, because as I mentioned earlier, all my family members live in India, and I am a very patriotic person. I would like to bring a change to this country, so I see myself working towards that goal.
Great answer. It's the end of part one. Great answer. Superb answer. End of part one. Now let's switch to part two. Let's switch to part two quickly. And everyone listen here. This is how it is going to look like. Even the part one you could have seen the type of questions they asked. They switched gear, isn't it? They switched gear and they did it. All right. Now I'm going to show you this part two. Siddharth and Puvadini. All right. You're going to they're going to show you the first two pictures, then they'll be connecting it. Okay. Siddharth and Puvadini talk with each other, discuss. You can discuss with each other. The compare and contrasting these two, and what kind of emotions are involved, and what kind of risks are involved here. What is the risk factor here, and what is it? And can you discuss with each other 1 minute?
Yes. So would you like to start?
Uh, yeah, sure. Okay, in the first image, we are able to see a man presumably taking honey from a honey nest. It also catches the attractions of many bees over it. The second picture, you can see a woman who's doing some sort of lab experiment. There's always a saying in mathematics, a plus b equal to b plus a. However, it's not all true in all cases. In case of b, if you add water to an acid, instead of adding water to acid, you add acid to water. It may cause an explosion. What do you think about those pictures about yourself?
Yes, I totally agree with both the points that you put, towards both the pictures. Yes, the first image, it's like you cannot predict bees at all. They're animals, they can go wild at any moments, especially since you're destroying their home just to get the products. So it's a very dangerous job that puts your life at stake. And then the second one, yes, it like involves a lot of dangerous, chemicals, especially being a chemist. But then I feel like if you keep everything under control in B, because everything is just like predictable, unlike A, I feel like B is much safer compared to A. What do you think?
Wow, Puvadini and Siddharth. Puvadini was hitting the point here. That kind of a contest, very nice. But they are going to give you 1 minute each, so it's going to be very quick. This phase of part two will be very quick. So both Siddharth and Puvadini did a good job. Only thing is the time we want to keep an eye on this. because the bigger parts are coming here. Now,
Yes.
what they're going to do is those two pictures, they are going to add more pictures here. All right, let's do a very good job on this. Now I'm going to really do this. Give me a minute. Are you able to see this? I want to reduce it. Okay, this they're going to add more pictures to it, possibly 2 more, sometimes 3 more. Now, you guys, now what they want you to do is they want to run through this. Siddharth and Puvadini. Now look at this, risk in life. Run through all the 4 pictures and discuss between yourselves, and which one is the riskiest one, which one you don't want to go do, which one you want to really do, and choose your top one. You can get started.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to go first, mate?
Yeah, sure. So yes, the first image it talks about a man trying to harvest some honey out of the honeybees, and in the second it shows a girl handling chemicals. C talks about a woman doing an adventure, just skipping through the steps, and then D image shows 2 electricians working out, and then all these 4 images are risky because you never know the outcomes. Me personally, I'm gonna go with D because like all 3 images, I think we can avoid a lot of mishaps. But then the 4th image, if you're in a really like high place and only like there's 2 people and then wind and a lot of climatic conditions you have to consider. So what do you think?
Well, I wouldn't exactly agree with B over there because B, as you may consider it to be extremely safe, some things might happen. As with all the cases over here, it is not predictable. Things can always go sideways if it has to. In my case, I would go with C because people aren't like always careless, because C is an extremely a difficult experience to be going on with. People are not going to let you loose. Like, what if in case if you fall, they're not going to let it happen. There is always lots of safety measures to keep you falling from in all the cases. But I think I will go with C in this one.
Yeah, I also agree with you. I consider your points. Yes, definitely, all of them they have like some safety precautions. But then, as I mentioned earlier, all 4 of them have their own set of risks.
Sure. Siddharth, question for you. Which one do you think it's the least riskiest one out of the 4?
Sir, C would be the least riskiest one, sir.
Why?
Sir, because C involves a person like jumping from bars in an extremely high place. It would require the attention of a lot of people who would be like seeing her and look into it that she's like properly held up and she wouldn't just fall extremely easy.
Sure. Which one is the one the most riskiest one?
I think it would be D, sir, because not only are they extremely high up, they're also like closer to electrical equipment. In case if things go sideways and the electrical equipment were faulty, they might catch a shock, and who knows what will happen when they will fall off. When they
Super.
fall off, I mean.
Puvadini, one general question. Do you want it? Will you take risk in in your life? Will you, if at all, if you're going to take risk, what kind of risk you'll be taking? For what?
Yes, I think taking risks is like a lot of fun according to me because you never know what's gonna happen, and then life is all about living. And then I think I would take risks in my like career choices. People generally don't go to that side of the spectrum, but then I feel like you have to experiment with what you're really interested in, especially in your career. So I would definitely go for a lot of unconventional career methods to try out what suits me best before I settle into one.
Good job, Bhuvatini, Siddharth. And that was electric, like in the part 2. And the part 2, inside that there were 2 parts, and you were able to get this one. In the first 2 pictures, then they're adding more. They want you to expand the theme and talk about yourself mainly. Very nice, very nice. And I know, like, I'm
Sir,
not
pardon,
giving
sir.
go for it.
Sir, like most of the parts we should talk first, like the A and B, and then they will ask us to talk on whole. So like we can conclude, like as we talked about first two pictures, can we go to the third one, or should we explain from the scratch?
You very nice question. When I look at a lot of the samples, they go with number third immediately because they're done with the first two. Good job, because they will have idea. They will have time for doing the other ones. Because Siddharth and Purvani, one thing that I was able to see is they're going to stop. They're going to stop when you're doing it because it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 16 minutes. Everything is going to be done. The next pair is going to wait. So that observer is going to take care of the time and everything. He's going to keep nodding. So, Nitin, whatever Nitin is asking, like A and B, you can jump. You can jump that. You don't have to do it in the second part. Yeah, because as we talked about this earlier, this could be. But one of those two, if you are going to have your top one risk in this case, probably you want to really go back and emphasize on it. So there is no right answer or wrong answer here, but you have to cover all the four. That's very important. You have to go through the theme. So it really depends on what you have done in the first part of the this second task. Yes, you can jump. You can jump. Here is what it is. Look at that. This is going to be like this. Part 3. Very long part, 10 minutes. Very long part. Don't think about finishing the task. Think about always doing this job, because this is a huge task. 2 + 2, 4 minutes. That's going to be individual run. Then 6 minutes with so many questions. That could be. So this is this one that I want to go with Siddharthan and Cheryl. Siddharthan and Cheryl. I want to go with this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The Cheryl, that 1A Cheryl. What makes people work more effectively? Very, very, very generic question. That's how they are going to start with this. What makes people work more effectively? You can go with it 2 minutes. Nobody is going to disturb. Your partner is going to listen. Observer is going to listen. Of course, the examiner is going to listen. All three will be listening. 1A, this is the prompt they are going to give. Now,
Yes, sir.
Siddharth is going to listen because Siddharth will be asked question. Okay, Sharon, 2 minutes. Go till I say stop. You have to go. What
Okay,
makes
sir.
people work more effectively? Keep going.
Okay. So what makes people work more effectively? Rules, rewards, or other people? So when we think about rules, the first thing I note, the first thing that comes to my mind is a piece of paper, not even a piece of paper, stacks of paper with so many rules and regulations on it to go by law. When I, want to work in an environment, when I want to work in a space, I definitely agree there must be some basic rules that everyone must abide by. But then when you have more and more bars upon you, you just feel your space is cramped. You do not have that, that space for your energy to flow. Your creativity gets stuck in your mind and there's no outlet for it to come out. So there's also the study that I was, the study upon the effectiveness of people working in corporate companies with more rules or lesser rules. There was this study recently that I read, and the results of the study indicated that people working in offices or companies with lesser rules tend to bring the company a huger profit. So, I personally think that having a lot of rules wouldn't result in the working of people effectively. So, moving on to rewards. Rewards, when you hear that word, people are attracted to it. So, when you open your mail, you find your spam mail. You say, it says, buy a free laptop or something like that. It's spam, but however, you're still attracted to open that because it's human nature. It's human nature to like free things. And when that happens, you see in most offices, when you reach a particular point in your career, when you reach a particular point where you've contributed, gigantically towards the multiplication or the development of the company, you get some certain bonuses in life. You get some certain rewards to show your appreciation. So this reward system, I feel that it actually, hugely helps for people, to feel appreciated. So when people feel appreciated, they, tend to put in more effort towards what they're working to, again gain that bonus. And I'd say reward system is something that's very good, and that's something
And you
must
want
be
to move on to
implemented.
the third one, and you want to choose one of those three. So the timing, Cheryl, it's like 3.5 minutes already. So this is why I wanted to have this session. Don't worry
Yes,
about
sir.
like cover all the three, and just pinpoint accuracy out of the three, choose one.
Yes, sir.
So
I'll continue.
that is the one. But you are doing great, Cheryl. But you have to complete the task, the content. Like they will check all the guy. The girl is taking 60 seconds, 60. Wow, like 20 seconds, 40 seconds. You have to punch it. Go with the third option and finally
Yes, sir.
finalize it. Finalize it. Keep going.
When I see other people, I feel quite ambivalent about this topic because it depends on people's perspectives. It depends on people, it depends upon who you're surrounded by. If it's, the people who you're surrounded by have a positive impact on you, that can definitely lead to a greater, higher work efficiency. But if you're surrounded by all the negative energy, it's actually going to, have a negative impact on your life too. Most
Which
people,
one do you think, Cheryl, out of the three, which one do you think you were like most effective one? Out of the three, if you have to choose one, which is going to be that?
if I definitely had to choose one, it would be either one out of two or three. But I say rewards has higher.
Rewards is well.
Yes,
Superb, Cheryl. Cheryl, I'm going to give you some feedback prior to that. Let's finish off this. Siddharth, Cheryl is saying rewards is the most effective one. Do you agree or don't you agree? Why or why not?
So even though rewards could be pleasing for everybody, I would not agree with it completely because although giving rewards to a person on accomplishing some feat might release lots of dopamines from their brain, it will make them feel pleasurable. However, if it's a job where you're the only person doing the job, it might be extremely stressful without the company of other people. You might feel lonely. That is the main cause for stress, and hence people would lead to a lot of therapy, etc. So I would go with the other people as my option, my preferable one.
Good job, Siddharth. Very, very nicely done. Uh, I mean, the big thing about this is both of them are very fluent. They really want to do it. They could see that they were in the zone. Very, 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 very nice. Very nice. Now, the very important thing is part one and two out of this, the third one. Look at this task 1B. And I'm going to have a twist. Everyone listen because everyone is going to play a role here. But prior to that, Siddharthan is going to do task 1B. How can city transport systems be made to work better? Again, it's work. Remember that the entire thing is work. Likewise, you are going to get only one thing. Nitin, do you get it? The part one, part two, part three, part four, inside all the divisions are going to be same. Again, Siddharthan, the question for Siddharthan, how can city transport systems to be made to work better? Because they
As
can
you have
have
experienced in our recent lives, there's a lot of traffics, and the roads are jammed with lot of vehicles here and there. Like everywhere we go, we face ourselves in a system of traffic. Why is this possible? Because why has this happened is because in the past, when some sort of transportation system was invented, people had to move from one places to another, and hence roads were invented. However, they were not properly invented because everyone had a different system of their own way of adapting roads. But if you have to look today, a change must be happening, a change must happen. So let's think of the ways that has been given here. Roads are something that's owned by the government. Sure, investment is indeed important for improving the condition of roads. Because roads in the past used to be made up of sand, silt, etc. But nowadays it's made up of tar and bitumen, which is a component of petroleum. Now, staffing, like bringing in a lot of people to help in repairing roads is also a good way, and organization. You're lending the roads not to be maintained by the government, but rather to individual itself is like also another option. In overall, I would say staffing is the best way to make transportation systems to be made better.
Very good, very good, very good. He was able to control the time. One thing what I would expect from Siddharth is more meat into this. Somewhere he kind of before even he started, he spent about a minute actually discussing. Then he came to investment as the first bullet. You can straight away get into the first, second, third, so that you can manage the time better. Sharil, the question for Sharil. Which one would you prefer? Investment, staffing, or organization?
I would certainly say investment.
Why?
Because I say investment in terms of India, because in India we see everywhere, we only see government buses. There are only few metropolitan cities in this huge country. The population of India is vastly growing, so we need better transportation systems, more compact ones such as metros, trams. These cannot be brought into function without proper investment being made into all these transportation systems. And this would investment, the right investment.
Cheryl, she's getting the name. My God, that was big one. Very nice. The very nice way of looking at countries like India, by metro or whatever. Huge, huge, huge investment is needed. All right. Staffing you can definitely get, but huge. Superb. Now I'm going to do a twist here. Everyone listen, including Siddharth and Cheryl. There is this one, Naman and Nitin. I'm going to go with that 6 minutes. That 6 minutes one. This is the one that's not going to be easy, but I want to really look into this. So I'll have another twist. So everyone should look into this. All right. Talk with yourself. And my thing is, I'm going to actually ask a question, which is not a straightforward question. All right. But it's
Sir, what is the timing?
6 minutes put together. It's going to be a discussion. Okay,
No,
Naman,
like for one question.
Nitin. The theme is
Sir, pardon.
work. Somewhere they are going to really ask very high level questions. I want to show you this. I'll go with Naman.
Yes.
The first question, you want to talk with Nitin on this. Okay, get started,
Alright.
Naman. In what ways do you
Excuse
think
me,
modern
sir.
technology helps our world to function efficiently? Now you both talk. Now what ways do you think modern technology helps our world to function efficiently? Someone has to take the lead. First question, someone
Sir,
has.
1 minute, sir. I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, one question. How much minutes should we talk?
Oh, yeah, they are going to use 6 minutes. So depending on how
For
you
one
answer,
question.
they are going to cut down. They are going to stop. If you are going to do more, if you are going to do more talking on a particular question, they are going to stop you with another question. Do you get it?
Nitin, it's 6
Okay.
minutes totally.
Six.
For
This is the
the
longest
Okay.
one. This is the longest one. They want to see how you interact with your partner and also how you are going to produce your points. Now
Alright.
you are coming to the business and go with it. Naman, get started.
So can I
Uh,
start, Raman?
sure, yeah, you could go ahead.
Yeah. So like modern technology is helping a lot to the development of the world, because like years ago people were very slow to travel places. Like it would take ages to travel from one place to another, but with modern transportation technology it is very easy to travel long distances with like short cost.
What do you
So
think?
Yeah, that
Nitin, you want to connect it quickly with your partner. What do you think, Naman? What do you think? What is very quickly? You have to have that
hmm.
sense of urgency.
okay, okay,
Go
sir.
for it.
I mean, yeah, I agree with your points. As modern technology is a very great advantage that humans have. As not, you're talking about transportation. Let's talk about workplaces, because compute. Look at computers and, for example, softwares like Microsoft Excel. They help in organization, which eventually leads to efficiency.
Now,
Yeah, it's
very
true that
nice.
it have changed a lot.
Nitin, what personal skills do people need to make their lives run smoothly? Both of you talk. What personal skills do people need to make their lives run smoothly? And They are going to mention a name because one of you has to start, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
Yes.
You're beginning?
What's your point?
So I feel like critical thinking is one of the most important personal skills to have in order to make your life run smoothly. This is because critical thinking helps you uh, think differently in a way, where you look at everything in your life and you question it. Questioning everything is very important, as that will help you to not only simplify objects, but to make it, simplify things in your life, but to also make it more efficient and run smoothly.
Yeah, I see your
What
point.
would you?
But like you also need organizational skills to balance your life, and that is important to make it run smooth. Like you may have lot of works, like you have accounts to do for your living, and like you have some works in your work, and you might be eager to do something else, but you need to organize and prioritize by your wish. So like,
Sure.
yeah, what else do
Yeah,
you think?
I'd agree with your point.
Naman and
Yes.
Nitin, when things go wrong these days, people often want financial compensation. Do you agree with this attitude?
So can I go?
Would you like to begin? Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, money has become an important and pivotal role in our society, and everything we can buy everything except the abstract things with money. And yeah, people need financial composition, compensation to handle their living, because like they need money for personal wishes and like to start something new. So banks are helping with them by lending them loan to like make them financially stable. But yeah, financial compensation should be given by the government too for poor
Uh,
people.
as
So
as much a- as much as I'd like to agree with what you're saying, I physically I cannot get myself to do that because financial compensation can be useful in some situations, but not everything. Because, for example, if you take a case of, for example, kidnapping in a case. If you take a case of kidnapping, how can you financially compensate the mental toll that's been taken on the person who had been kidnapped? You cannot really, because you can ask the kidnapper, yeah, you pay this much to the person you kidnapped, but it's not gonna help them take all the toll and all the trauma they've received. So your
Yes.
point is
so
Now,
like
only
yeah,
applicable
I
in a
Naman,
was
few
talking.
points.
Naman and Nitin, the big question, the final question, the big question. They say money makes the world go round. How much truth is there in this? You take your time. They say money makes the world go round. How much truth is
So
there in this?
okay, so who's leading?
I'd like to go first. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So as a from a civilian point of view, yes, money does make the world go round because you can't do a lot without money currently, unless for example, unless you already own a farm for which you might have to buy land again, which requires money. But if you're talking if you're talking from a point of a government, it's not really something that makes the world go around because essentially the government has the power to print as much money as they'd like.
So
What's
yeah,
your
it's
take on
true, but
this?
like they can't fit like that. But yeah, money helps us. Like everything is money. We can buy money. We can buy books, houses, lands, cars, and the whole shebang with money. But I think there are more things we should concentrate more than money. Like uh, the friendship. Even though you're at your very lowest times, you could have a lending hand if you have a good friendship who's very loyal,
Hmm.
and you too. And there are a lot a good relationship with someone, respecting our relations, and yeah, they can help us in our very bad situation. But even though money is pivotal.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nitin,
I'd
question
agree
for
with
you,
that.
Nitin.
Yes.
Do you like money?
I like the happiness that is being brought by the money.
Okay. Do you think money brings happiness?
Not always, but yeah, when you're together with someone, like by the whole.
Naman, how do you relate money with happiness?
For me, money can be quite essential for happiness because a lot of activities that produce dopamine in your brain do require money nowadays. And yeah, even if you don't do that, just the fact that you're earning a lot can help you be a bit less stressed out of your life and be more happy generally. So money is, I feel, essential for happiness.
Great. That's another test. Very nice. Very nice. The last part is the trickier part. Somewhere you would have got into groove, but it's not fair. I just pulled Naman and Nitin into just part four. That's not fair, basically, because the exam
So the
by the time.
rapport
Yes,
gets built up from the part one,
From the,
but
yeah,
like
part one, yeah.
yeah, that's
Directly part
exactly.
four was a bit
skipping to
difficult.
part four, it's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they will go with the 3 questions at least. Very high level
Okay.
like this. They will go with that.
All right.
It's a very high level. So they will give you more time. I gave like 5 questions. They won't give you 5 questions, 3 questions, but they will stop you with another question, because you can't be going forever, right? Because it's
Yeah.
going to be 6 minutes and 3 questions you answer. You discuss with your partner. Again, you see that it becomes 6 questions, right? 3 plus 3, 6. That's what it is. It's about a minute. And I know, like, the twins, I did not involve them. No, they are going to crack. They're going to do it there in the exam. No, because I don't want to pull you, like, tomorrow is the exam. You have a reading, writing, and all. And if you have any questions I want to answer, I don't want to really go through. But I wanted to go through this session not only for Siddharthan, overall. I wanted to show you the type of questions they have, the type of things they have. You'll have a pretty good idea. Sunday, everyone going to yes it. Ria and Tarun, I know that you're going to make it. Okay, even though I didn't involve you, but the best learners were there, Ria and Tarun only, because they listened all the time. They listened, right? I mean, that's a truth. That's a truth. There's nothing to decorate. No, you both have really listened a lot. You learned a lot. I'm going to see that. And a lot of you get a perfect score. In fact, they get a perfect score because they listen, they speak. Listen and speak. As much as you speak, for listening also, they give you the credit close to 50%, because they are going to interrupt you when your partner is speaking. The partner is done. You are going to you are going to answer a related question that your partner spoke, right? Spoke about. So definitely you want to be in the listening mode, and your eye contact, I saw the body posture, all that. Those things matter a lot. And I am sure this
Yeah,
batch
that those things are gonna be easier when we are actually like physically there. So
Oh, of course, of course, of course. I wanted to give you a picture in 30 minutes. I wanted to give you a clear picture. This 16 minutes will save you like 230. That 30 marks is, isn't it? Big cushion. That's a very big cushion. You if you have a bad day in one of the other sessions, for example, reading or use of English, or sometimes in listening, you see that listening, it can go all right. Anytime it can go. So listening, that 30 marks is going to be a big question. That's going to be a very big question. That's why I wanted to have this session, even though tomorrow is going to be a big day for reading, writing, and listening. And one more day is there. I wanted to have this feel, how they have this. This is the handbook of Cambridge, and it's very, very authentic. You're going to see almost the similar thing. I want to share this with you. Like, uh, probably after tomorrow's exam is over, you can look into the speaking part, because that's a 16 minutes. Yeah, the exam is not over till Sunday morning, Sunday after, right? I want you to do well. I want to share this, how they do everything, and you can see that exactly. You are not going to get a more difficult picture than this. It's going to be very colorful. It's going to be very
yeah, it would be
genuine.
colored, right?
Yeah, it will be very colorful.
All right.
It will
All
be
right.
very colorful, and it will be really nice. This is a tough one. They have given it as part of the handbook, just to tell them, like, you can do better in the exam. So I know, like, Siddharth did a wonderful job, and I hope You can make it. And any other question? Just 10 minutes left. Even if you don't want me to take all the 10 minutes, that's okay. But if you have any questions, you can ask me now. But tonight's sleep is very important, right? You have to have an 8-hour sleep. That's very important. Come there, like whatever time Subha sent it in the message, be there. We have worked on the remodeling of this academy just to make sure that we are going to facilitate CPE exam. Very rarely CPE exams happen in Coimbatore. 6 times it has happened in the last 8 years. All the 6 times we have only conducted, including tomorrow's one. So, and be on time, and you guys are going to do great. You guys are going to do great. And I am sure you have a 8-hour sleep, nice sleep. You have a sleep, and make sure tomorrow also. Just have any other questions? Any other questions? Anything that's kind of thing. You want to bring your water and all that basic things to take care of it. You have your water, the bottle of your own, and that's. And I know it's a pretty lengthy exam. You're going to sit for about 4 hours, easily 4 hours, excluding the speaking. I'm talking about this easily. A lot of instructions will be given and everything, and always follow the instruction. Bold letters and everything. You are going to do great. Any questions, Riya and Tarun? Any questions? Anything?
No, sir.
Anything? Take it easy. Always remember that the previous date is. Yes, Siddharth. You wanted Nitin.
Sir, I have Nitin. Sir, will we get grace timing?
No, that is over. Some facilitators they do it, but you won't get it. That is the sorry thing about it. See, speaking they will block you. They will go with the next question. But here they won't give you the Chester, the EBEC and all. This Cambridge people are so strict on this. You know, they are going to have. You won't believe. Listening has to happen on this particular time in India. They have it. Listening. In the UK, if they conduct the exam, they will have a time. So that tomorrow there is going to be an inspection. It is confirmed for CAE and CPE. There is this inspection. They will be very, very strict on this. Because the C1 and C2 certifications, more than like 1 million organizations all around the world, they accept it as part of immigration, as part of the work, or as part of like higher education. If you want to go more than million thing, it's also lifelong value. And C2 definitely most of the places when C1 and C2 both are happening, there is going to be an inspection, and it is confirmed they are going to make it tomorrow. They'll be there. So the facilitators will be a little bit nervous, like you students. They're also will be very nervous. It's a test for them also, not for you alone. And it is. We'll see it. And I'm sure you guys are going to do it. And the type of work I want to say, like Nitin or Cheryl, Riya, and Tarun, Puvadini. I am mentioning this name because they were with me for a long time. So long. And I remember Cheryl, a small girl, Cheryl, oh my God. Now her sister is there. And I still remember the OLE days. Her sister started with KET, but I remember Cheryl was starting with OLE all the way to, and Puvadini also, Riya and Tarun. Big, so there's Riya and Tarun sacrificed so much things, and they locked down. They used to come on the summers. My God, they did well. And tomorrow they are going to reap the dividends. And it's going to be there. Fun, you take it, enjoy, and do it. I want you to have a good sleep. Okay? Very important. I want you to have a good sleep. Whatever you have done is enough. Go there, have a good sleep, and just be on time. Just go there. That's all. Thoughtless. They'll say the word thoughtless. Just getting into the zone. Thoughtless means just be on the moment. You enjoy that moment and go there and do it. And one question you get it wrong, don't worry. Focus on the current question. Never focus on the previous question or the next question. Focus on that current question. Listening especially. Don't worry about it. 1 or 2 words. CP listening hard. I know it's hard. Just all of you have the capability to get past 20 out of 30 easily. That's a huge one. I want you to do that. Yeah, go for it.
In writing, will they provide additional sheets?
Yes, that answer sheet they won't provide. A rough sheet they will provide. Rough sheet they will provide.
To
Answer
like
sheet, no,
write
with it.
what should be included, like inversions, conditionals, so that we can mark it out.
Oh, yeah, the rough sheet, you can use it. Yeah. Yeah, I like the way he pointed out the writing, very big deal. Some people clinch the writing because you look at that, the high level structures. You have those boxes in the rough draft. You check it. You check it. See, 1 hour 30 minutes. Make use of it. You always think about content, right? The content is important. The more important thing in English exams is presentation. That's where the organization comes. That we talked so much about grammar, vocabulary, right? Everything you have to include. You have to have that all-round personality. You have to have that 1 hour 30 minutes. Definitely, it is in your hands. I keep telling, low-hanging fruit. You can pluck it because that 90 minutes, huge. You can be creative. There is no right answer or wrong answer. Your answer is right answer. That's all. You see that? Speaking 16 minutes, a magic, but this 90 minutes, another magic, because it's in your hands. There is no right or wrong. Open, close, there is a right and wrong answer. That's risky. But writing, you play with it. So the 4 areas: language, organization, registry, content. That's all.
Excuse me, sir.
Go for it.
So, like companies like eBay, what exactly is it, sir? Do they like conduct exams or something?
Only exam conductor. See, we are exam preparers, right? We conduct, we prepare for exam. We prepare the kids for exam. The next level is facilitating the exam, huge, because the Cambridge cannot come from UK and do it. So the big organizations, they employ people to conduct the exam. Now, how to test this? The Cambridge people will come and test whether the e-bag is doing the right job. You see what it is?
Yes, sir.
The inspection is done by the Cambridge people. And you see that the special training for speaking, the speaking, there is no CPE examiners in Coimbatore. They have to come from Mumbai or Chennai, or Bangalore or Hyderabad, I think. The CPE examiners will be coming from Chennai this time. All right. So sometimes CPE students will come from Chennai to take the exam if they don't have a center that time. So we regularly conduct CPE like 6th time in 8 years, as I told you. I have seen for other students also coming.
So this time, do we have any candidates from Chennai?
As of now, I'm not told about this. As of now, none. But it happens sometimes because we are not told about this. So when you are in when you are upstairs, we are not even allowed to come upstairs. That kind of a thing. So you are going to enjoy. You are going to, all of you are going to enjoy. This is language is an art. You take it as an art. Enjoy it. It's an art, isn't it? It's not a subject. You know, it's not. It's not a. It's art. You're going to enjoy like playing a violin or playing mridangam. Just go there and seeing a movie. Enjoy. You're going to do that. All right. And again, I want to tell you, I don't want to take a lot of your time. Go there, relax, take a good. I want you to sleep for 8 hours. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Don't have big agenda or anything. Enjoy, because we have done quite a bit for each part, each class. We have done quite a bit of things. Okay, but still, if you want to really want to be nervous, if you are nervous and you want to do a few things, go out and do it, and limit that to 30 minutes or so, not more than that. But
Yeah, what would you recommend us doing like right now after the class?
see, speaking, you don't care about speaking.
Yeah.
The open close thing, if you want to do something about open close.
Okay.
Other things are there. Open close is the only thing you create yourself. Other things are there. You are right. The open close alone, you want to take all the papers, take it, run through it, get a 8 on
Sure.
8 there. Right there, get an 8 on 8. Because it's easy to do it in word formation or multiple close. But this open close alone, if I were you, I will just go with it, because people think that open close is the toughest one. But when you practice it more, it's going to be easy. It's all over the place.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much. I hope to see you. I'll be downstairs. Hope to see you tomorrow. And you are going to do great. Again, I want to mention the name is individually Ria, Tarun, Cheryl, Naman, Nitin, Puvadani, and of course Siddharth. So all the very best. And it's a very nice to just be part of the CPE exam. It's nice. That feeling itself is great, and you can be proud. Do it, okay? And I'll say, did anyone see the last match? Anyone see that match? SRH. What do you call?
Yeah, yesterday. SRH
Yesterday.
versus
Yeah.
Rajasthan. Yeah,
Rajasthan. Did anyone see the last ball?
I did see it. Yeah,
Oh
catch
my
out
God,
last.
that's it. That's it. Think about it. That he was asked the last ball, what did you do? Thoughtless. He said,
Yeah.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar said the word thoughtless. You just have to be thoughtless. Be on the moment. Do it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go for it.
Said you're gonna give a synonym for like determination and.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not a determination. Yeah, earnestness. I taught in one of the classes. Puvadini was present. Somewhere she forgot. Earnestness. EARNESTNES.
Yes, sir.
Cheryl was also present. Cheryl and Puvadini. Somehow both of them forgot it. That's a big word.
So, was it the root word class?
No, no. It was one of the initial classes of CPE. When Siddharth was not available, Nitin was not there on the class. Naman was, of course, so he was not there. That's one of the first classes, initial classes. Earnestness, that what he had Bhuvneshwar Kumar at the last ball. My God, one run was needed, and the West Indian player could not actually do that one. It was clean plum, I think. It was a clean plum. It was LBW, and big one. Like you see, just thoughtless. He said, "You have to be thoughtless." Oh, how to do this? This is big one. Oh, you take care of it. Since Laman asked me, I told you open close. Just if you're really feeling nervous, other things are there inside. The answers are inside the question. All right, so we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.